Have you ever had kind of similar experience? Super nervous but super happy.
Yeah, I mean, a lot. I mean, I think it's whenever. I think pretty much whenever you're really genuinely happy, you're also kind of terrified that it's like you're kind of out of control. So you're always a little bit nervous. I think that's the perfect level of happiness when you're kind of terrified at the same time. But yeah, I think I felt that many times.
When did you have this kind of feeling recently? I can't even think. It's kind of lame, but I was like walking around in Paris the other day, and that's a terrible idea. That doesn't work at all. I can't remember a specific example, sorry.
Hi, Robert. You've done all these huge franchise films like Potter and obviously Twilight. What do you like doing, really? Like the independent little film, or do you like the big films? You know, are you gunning for Harrison Ford's record of doing every franchise that's out there? Or, you know, do you see yourself as an action star? What's next for you?
I don't know. I mean, I really approach things almost the exact same way. I mean, until you're really on the set, smaller movies are great because you don't have to argue with so many people all the time. But really, I kind of like arguing, so there's a balance either way. But I mean, with independent movies, it's nice to see when a director. Sorry, I just noticed your dog down there. I'm boring him to sleep. There's like it's nice to see a director who's kind of so pleased that I mean, it's so rare when someone's given someone the money to do something, but they let them do it. Like, I just worked with David Cronenberg, and just to see him, he's left alone by everyone. Because, I mean, obviously he's proved himself time and time again, but I mean, it's really strange. I've never really worked with someone with absolutely no pressure from anywhere else apart from themselves and from the environment which they've chosen to work in. And it's kind of nice to know that the pressure is not caused by compromises or anything like that. It's just, you know, they've taken the responsibility on themselves, and it's really up to them to make it what they want, and people get a lot more pleasure out of it than, you know, having to sometimes give up a lot just because there's so much money involved or something like that, or or you're working on a franchise or something like that when you're trying to. You have to think about the audience, and you have to think about the previous movies and blah blah blah. Like, it's a different thing in some ways.
You talked a little bit about wanting to get back into music at some point. I'm curious if you've been recording anything, if music is a priority still for you. Can you sort of talk about that?
I mean, I record stuff a lot, but I don't know if I don't know, there's something about doing movies I can handle the criticism because you can always blame on someone else. And it means, like, you can always, there's hundreds of people to blame it on. But with music, I mean, as soon as you put something out there, you're basically, I mean, really as well, because everyone judges if you're an actor and you've kind of made some money and stuff, you're basically only putting an album out there for people to judge it. And I don't necessarily want people to judge it or care what they say, but also I know that if I put an album out, the day it comes out, I'm going to be on the internet looking at stuff and I'll probably shoot myself. So, so I don't know if it's worth shooting myself over.
Is there a possibility of you putting it out under an alias or another name?
I mean, I kind of like the idea of that, but I don't know. It's also very embarrassing if you get caught.